You know, before I get into the meat of this video, there's a few things that I need to say up front. That will, of course, serve as the intro to the masterpiece. And of course, you have seen the title. Now, apparently, there is trouble in paradise. And y'all are familiar with it. It's all over y'all's Negro sector of YouTube, all in y'all's YouTube streets, as y'all say. This dust up with these heifers. But that's secondary. That's secondary. Because what takes precedent over the dust up with these heifers is the dust up that took place on Clubhouse. And I'm watching the videos. I mean, many of y'all have done videos on this. And when I first started seeing the titles of the videos, I was like, no, this couldn't have happened. This is fake news. And what I'm referring to is the dust up with God and what he said about one Crystalline Kerasin. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at the videos and I'm even listening to the guy who was the original, the guy who posed the question to the white dude. And everybody seemed to think that Crystalline Kerasin is upset because of what the white guy said. And I'm listening to people, I'm like, Ma, this is amazing that they just don't get it. See, y'all just don't understand this. Listen, that's not what she's upset about. That's not what she's upset about. She's not upset with, apparently the black dude tells her white zaddy that he is an N-word lover. Remember now, this is the politically correct rant. In the whole, you know what it is. But he tells the guy, you're an N-word lover. And the white dude, now this is amazing to me, man. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I would like to ask this dude, were you drinking, man? I mean, did you have one too many? I mean, this is a softball pitch, guy. This is down the center of the plate. This is a big kickball size ball that they're using, man. You can knock this thing over the fence, dude. You can't swing and miss this one. And the white guy responds back, yes, I am an N-word lover. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What? I mean, brother, I'm going to give White Zaddy, if I can, some advice. Dude, your response should have been, when that black guy told you that you were an N-word lover, your response should have been, I don't use that word. Out of respect for the woman that I'm dating, I don't use that word. And not only do I not use that word, she's not that. That's not what she is. This is a classy, sophisticated, independent, feminine, black woman that I'm dating. he didn't respond like that. He just blurted right out, yeah, you right. I am a N-word lover. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, man. Then again, maybe not. Maybe he shouldn't admit that he was drinking, because they say, you know, when you start drinking, you tell the truth, right? So the only thing that he's gonna have to rely on to get over it, because he can get over it, he can survive this. He can survive this. We already know this. We know that he has the potential to get over this blip, and we all know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Say it with me. His white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins, and those imperfections will include him calling her the N-word. And everybody's making videos because they think that's what she's upset about. No, it's not. And I'm not going to go too far into it, but I'm going to deal with it in the whole, and y'all know what it is, second nature like breathing. If y'all want this video, send me an email, I'll send you the link. I'm going to tell you what she's upset about. I'm going to tell you what she's upset about. If you really believe that she's upset because he, you know, referred to her as the N-word, then y'all just don't get it. Which don't come as no surprise to me. But she's been parading this dude all around the Negro sector of YouTube and y'all's ghetto, because we know, and let me say this and then I'm going to say the rest for the whole, because I want to get into the video. But I'm going to say this since I thought of it. We know that y'all, every social media platform that y'all, when I say y'all, I'm talking about you Negroes, every social media platform that you Negroes invade, y'all turn it into a ghetto. That's what y'all do. Now, depending on your age and how long you've been in this on social media, y'all remember MySpace? Y'all remember Black Planet? And I believe they had a Hispanic version of Black Planet. Black Planet was just for black people, but you know, they were all people on there, but it was geared to black people. And I believe the Hispanic one was Magenta, and that was geared to Hispanics. We know that y'all turned YouTube into a ghetto. And now it's apparent that y'all gonna do the same thing to Clubhouse. Y'all did it to Facebook. Because remember now, back in the day, the only way that you could get on Facebook is you had to be in college. Because that's how you signed up. You signed up using your college ID. You know, if you're in college, you notice the university gives you an email, and that's the way the university communicates with you, is through that email. So if it's snowing and you get a lot of snow and classes are canceled, the way that they're going to let you know that and notify you is through that college email. So they notify you through that college email. To sign up for Facebook back in the day, you had to use your college email. But then they opened it up to everybody. Once they did that, here y'all come. You can watch them. You Negroes have taken y'all hood beefs and y'all translated that onto the internet. Because I told y'all, it's a curse for y'all. Y'all broadcast y'all's own dysfunction. And apparently y'all doing the same thing in Clubhouse. It's just a matter of time. Wherever you Negroes go, y'all turn it into a ghetto. But you know what? Let me stop. Because that's actually commentary for the whole, man. Listen, I'm going to deal with what she's really upset about. It's not the fact that he called her the N-word. If you want to know what she's really upset about, send me an email. I'll get you the link. Let me take a sip of this before we get into the video. Because I've been seeing on social media some ignorant Negroes who seem to believe that the black pastor has comparisons. And this is just mind-boggling to me, man. When I hear black men say this, I mean, at this point, it don't really even surprise me. It really don't. It don't surprise me at this point that you black men are still afraid to confront that black pastor mano a mano. And what I mean by mano a mano is that he has no comparison. If you're going to deal with the black pastor, you have to deal with him by himself. You can't take anybody and set them alongside the black pastor and say, well, he's just like a black pastor. No, brother. You failed to do your research. You failed to do your research. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. There is nobody in the black community who wields the type of influence. And it's given influence because we know the ones who back him is that white liberal, and those who can't be named, we would name them in the whole, but we won't name them here. So we know who's the power behind. It's just like the Wizard of Oz, man. When they walking down that tunnel and they going to see the wizard and they hear all the lightning and the thunder and all this stuff and they scared, oh my God, it's the wizard. And that little dog was like, man, fuck that. And he goes and pulls back that curtain. And this old white man back there making he's the actual wizard, the guy, the power behind the throne. See, that's what it is with this Negro pastor. See, the Negro pastor is window dressing, but there is a power behind him that gives him his influence. That gives him his marching orders, gives him his propaganda, pays him some of his money, because we know the majority of that money comes from black women. We know this. But this is the reason why nobody compares to him. Nobody else has the power to have murdered the black family but the black pastor with the assistance of the Democratic Party and the black woman. Nobody else. Nobody. So you can't equate nobody to this Negro. He's in a class all by himself. And if you're going to deal with him, you have to deal with him mano a mano. That's how you got to deal with that dude. But see, these Negroes, because they haven't done their research, they haven't read, and it's clear. I mean, this is not me saying you haven't read. I can tell you haven't read by the positions that you take. To even begin to compare anybody to the black pastor tells me, dude, you just haven't done your research. And don't get mad because you can't do your research. It's readily available. And that's the reason why I'm thinking about doing a video next week, giving y'all the sources. I've done videos like this before. Giving y'all the books. If you want to dismantle the theology of that black church, if you wanted to dismantle the message of that black pastor, so that when you confront one, you can be able to tie him up into an intellectual pretzel, I'm going to give you the books that help you do that. Because right now, the average Negro who goes and confront with these black pastors, they're just not equipped. They're just not. And that's the reason why you see these Negroes suggesting that these Negroes on YouTube are just like black pastors. That's one of the most asinine, dumb, ignorant statements I've ever heard in my life. Nobody else has amassed 11.5, and I believe it's more. I actually believe it's more. $11.5 billion has flowed through that black church annually. $11.5 billion and you don't even have one grocery store. $11.5 billion, you don't even have one black bank. One black school. One credit union. Nothing. And then you black men are so heartless. Y'all can't go and step to that dude and ask him, man, where all this money going? Y'all done raised $11.5 billion, we believe is more. And we have nothing to show for it. When we want to do things in the black community, y'all got to go with stepping and fetching with y'all hat in y'all hand, setting up these online begging for money. You ain't gonna have to beg for no money when you have a black church in your community that's wielding $11.5 billion. What you gotta beg for? This is absolutely insane. And you black men don't have the nuts. Y'all don't have it, man. Y'all do not have it. And that's the reason why y'all taking people and sit them next to that preacher. See, it's the same play that the Hotep runs. See, the Hotep, he don't want to confront white supremacy. So what he will do is he'll take somebody like me and he'll set me alongside white supremacy. And then he'll spend all of his time attacking me. Now, from people looking from a distance, because I'm set alongside white supremacy, they'll think, wow, man, that Hotep is going in on white supremacy. No, no, no. He's not going in on white supremacy. He ain't laid a glove on white supremacy. He's attacking another black man, which these black men get erections for doing. And it's the same thing with these Negroes. They'll take a Tariq Nasheed or Tommy Sotomayor or Kevin Samuels. I mean, you can name these guys all day long. O'Shea, Duke Jackson, Obsidian. I mean, whoever you want to name, fill in the blank. They'll take these Negroes and set them alongside the black pastor and spend all their time attacking said individual, and they ain't laid a glove on that black pastor. Now, how the hell are you going to equate a Tariq Nasheed to a Creflo Dollar who sits as one of the richest pastors in America? It's absolutely asinine. It's asinine, man. The dude is worth $27 million. And again, that's a conservative number. I believe it's higher than that. No, if you want to deal with that black preacher, you have to deal with him solo, man. Solo dolo, man. You can't take nobody and try to equate them to no Negro pastor and say they just like, no, dude. No. That you need to do your research. You need to really do some serious you need to burn some midnight oil, and you haven't done it. If you're going to make that comparison, that lets me know you have not done your research. You just haven't done it. Now, because I'm fair, if you want to say, and I'm going to deal with that video that went viral of that dude confronting Tariq. Don't worry, I'm going to get that in a minute because I got something to say about that. But now, if you want to say, well, the Tariqs, the Umar Johnsons, they have taken the black pastor schnick on how he pimps and raises money. Okay, I may listen to that argument. But why I'm going to have a problem with that argument is you're not taking it far enough. What am I saying? Listen, if you're going to say that Tariq Nasheed, and listen, y'all, Tariq Nasheed had me nominated for a Coon Award. When he was passing out those Coon Awards and he done that video, and all the people that were nominated, they played why they were being nominated for a Coon, and then they decided who was the one that actually got the Coon Award. The dude nominated me for a Coon Award. So this is who I'm defending. Because I know some old dumb nigga gonna come along and say, hey, man, you just supporting Tariq Nasheed. Man, listen, stop. Do your research, dude. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you from stopping to sound like a fool. Because people who read, people who studied, because when I talk about the black church, I'm not talking about what somebody told me. I've studied this stuff. I've taken courses on this stuff. I've written articles on this stuff, all of which I can show you. I've had numerous conversations with these buck dancing, bojangling, step and fetch it black preachers sitting in their own office. Some of them told me to get out. And people who know me know this. So I'm not telling y'all to do something that I haven't done myself. I have the receipts, as y'all say. But if you're going to say that these Negroes have taken a schnick of the black pastor, the reason why I will only partly agree with that is because you're not going far enough. What do I mean? Because now you have to also include the Arab. You have to include the Korean. You have to include the Indian. And why do you need to include them? It's because, Negro, you don't control the economy in your community. And because you don't control the economy in your community, then by default, everybody who's in your community making money, they're exploiting you. I mean, this really is not rocket science. It's really not. Because you Negroes don't have enough sense. You go to the white community, the businesses are owned by white people. The businesses are ran by white people. They may have different ethnicities working in their business, but God damn it, that money is staying in their community. Most certainly if you go to Little Italy, there's a cigar shop that I love to attend in Little Italy. Listen, you walk through Little Italy, all those goddamn businesses are run by Italians, man. You want some cheesecake, you want some pasta. They may have some other people working in there, but that business is owned by one of them. The cigar shop that I go to, owned by them. They are smart enough to say, listen, goddammit, if anybody is going to cook pasta and spaghetti or pizza, goddammit, it's going to be us. We're not going to have no Arab cooking pizza for us, making pasta, or some other dish that they enjoy. You're not going to find that. But you'll go into the black community and you have a Korean or an Asian frying your chicken. I mean, you mean to try to tell me you niggas can't cook chicken? As long as y'all been frying chicken as soon as the slave master said it was okay for y'all to use hot grease. And you mean to try to tell me I got to go to a Korean or Arab to get some fried chicken? You niggas can't even cook fried chicken? Everybody in your community exploits you, Negro. You're exploited across the board. You don't own shit. And I know some of y'all are so dumb, and y'all on that short bus, y'all gonna miss this. I understand that. I already put that into the equation. I know some of y'all gonna miss it. And y'all gonna ask the question, well, how is he exploiting me? I don't go in that business. I don't support that business. You know, they cool with me. I ain't got no problem with it. Because here's how they're exploiting you, dumb Negro. On Monday, they come into your community because they don't stay there. Why these Arabs don't even bring their women around y'all? They're all around your woman. They won't even bring their women around you, Negro. She can't even come into that store and bring him something for lunch. He eats some of these stale potato chips that he's selling to y'all until he gets home and eats a meal that his wife prepares for him. He only bring his woman around y'all. That's how much he respects y'all. But they bring into y'all's community an empty sack full of money on Monday. On Friday, they leave with that sack filled with y'all's money. And because he doesn't stay in your community, he's not going to spend that money in your community. He's going to spend it in his community. It's going to enrich his community, not yours. Yours suffers, his flourishes. And the reason why that is because you Negroes are not smart enough to understand the importance of controlling your own economy and your own community. Now, how's the black pastor into this equation? Well, he has $11.5 billion. I believe it's more. You mean to try to tell me, brother pastor, with $11.5 billion that this church raises annually, you can't start up businesses? You got all this space here. Some of these churches have actual classrooms. You mean to try to tell me you can't bring in educated black folks who would teach entrepreneurship? You can't push this in your church, brother pastor, from the pulpit. You start a grocery store, you can hire the people in your own congregation to run it. If you want to work in the grocery store, you tell the children in your congregation, listen, if y'all want jobs in that grocery store, y'all got to have good grades in school. You want to work in the grocery store, you can get the women in the grocery store, the men. You can actually employ your own people, brother pastor. But you have $11.5 billion and y'all don't want to ask this nigga, where is it at, brother? Where's the money? Y'all will bypass this pastor who's in your community. He's right there. You see him every Sunday. You will bypass him when he pulls up in his Lamborghini or drops in his jet. And you will bypass him to go home and set up a camera to make a YouTube video to a brother across the country that you don't know, never met, bickering, arguing with him. And y'all wonder why I call y'all dumb. You brothers don't have the heart to confront that black pastor. Because y'all know this, man, to confront him is to confront her. And we already know y'all scared of her. We already know that. We already know that. Listen, man, I'm thoroughly convinced. Y'all, I ain't talking about what y'all say out y'all's mouth. You can say anything out your mouth. I'm looking at your behavior. Your behavior tells me you're afraid of her. You say anything out your mouth. 9 chances out of 10, if your mouth is moving, you're lying. So I'm not listening to what you say. I'm going to watch what you do. And watching what you do tells me you're afraid of her. Because she's closely connected to that black preacher. And that's the reason why, y'all all seen it, that Tariq Nasheed viral video, where that brother called into one of his lives and went off on him. And the brother, he's so dumb. I mean, I'm looking at the exchange, and I'm thinking to myself, man, this nigga is so dumb, man. Black men, y'all just keep doing it, man. Y'all just keep proving my point. Y'all are stupid. Now, this brother, he sat there, and he told Tariq, you come to Chicago, I'm going to kick your ass. And the reason why he told Tariq, come to Chicago, I'm going to kick your ass, is because he says Tariq is pimping black people. Stop right there. Your Honor, I have a couple questions for this defendant. I'd like to ask this Negro. Okay, Negro. Based upon what you told Tariq Nasheed, I can logically conclude you have a problem with people who pimp black people. Am I right? Yeah, you right, man. You right. Fuck that. Ain't nobody gonna pimp us. That's why I called him a pimp. Okay, we got it. Calm down. Okay, we got that. You have a problem with people who pimp black people. Yep. Okay. You're in Chicago, right? Yeah, I'm in Chicago, man. I've been born here and lived all my life, man. All my family here in Chicago. Okay. All right. So now let me ask you this question. Since you have a problem with people who pimp and exploit black people, and you're in Chicago, let me ask you this. Where's the video of you having that same kind of fire for Reverend Jesse Jackson? I'll wait. I'll wait for you to produce the video. Because that one seemed to didn't go viral. Of you having the same kind of fire, the same kind of passion. And you ain't got to tell Jesse to come to Chicago. That's where Jesse has been all of his life. Operation Push is right there in Chicago. And you're going to tell me that Tariq Nasheed is a bigger pimp than Jesse? And we have to logically conclude that you think he is, because there is no video of you calling out Reverend Jesse Jackson. But we have a video of you call out Tariq Nasheed. See, because you black men don't have the nuts. Y'all don't have the balls Y'all are cowards. And a lot of y'all are intellectually dumb. Y'all haven't done the research, man. Y'all just have not done the research to be able to take apart and deconstruct the theology of that black pastor. This is the reason why you ask the average Negro who's going to make a video trying to bicker and fuss about this black preacher, you ask him, give me 5 books you read on the black church. And I ain't talking about just go Google and say I read this. No, I want them in your possession. Because if I do a video giving you the sources, I can literally lay hands on the books. These are books I have on my shelf. This is stuff I read. This is stuff I study. I've taken courses on this shit. I've written articles on this shit. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but goddamn it, I know what I'm talking about when I talk about this black pastor. That's the reason why I ride him as I do. And this is the reason why I know y'all are afraid to confront that dude. And that's the reason why y'all want to equate other people with this black pastor. No, brother. He pales in comparison. He is an island unto himself. If you're going to go after him, you have to go after him one-on-one. And you most certainly can't take a Tariq Nasheed and compare him to a nigga pastor. Oh, I mean, well... Hold on, man. A Afro-American pastor who happens to be one of the richest pastors in America. That's asinine. Makes no sense. But you know what? Let me stop. I done gave y'all enough of this rant. I'm going to get on this Crystalline Cares and what she's upset about with this white dude using the N-word. Y'all think it's because she used the N-word. I'm telling you it's not. You want to find out what it is, send me an email. I'll send you the link. Because at the end of the day...